Welcome to Emily Henderson Inspired, Feminine Modern, a pink of my dreams, my friend's makeover I'm jealous of. Okay, so you just casually walk into your entryway, and it's this warm, naturally lit dream? I mean, dusty rose walls, buttery oak console, and that aged brass oversized round mirror that basically says, yes, I'm effortlessly elegant. It's giving modern traditional, but in a way that feels lived in and totally elevated. And don't get me started on the olive velvet bench with blush cushions. Of course, just the right amount of cozy for slipping on shoes or dropping your bag like you have it all together. Now here's the part that really got me. A built-in shoe storage unit. Hidden. Seamless. Creamy white panel fronts with that soft blush cushion on top and brass hardware that glints just enough. It's like the storage solution that doesn't scream, I'm practical, it whispers it, luxuriously. Oh, and the catch-all moment on the console? A hand-thrown blush ceramic bowl holding your keys like they're precious gems. Surrounded by dried olive florals catching the morning light? Come on, that's not fair. If you're looking for a way to make your entryway feel thoughtful, calm, and just a little bit like a magazine cover you actually live in, this is it. You walk into the living room and immediately, the sunlight just wraps itself around you. Dusty rose walls, buttery oak buildings, and those olive velvet armchairs? I mean, seriously? It's like someone whispered calm sophistication and the whole room obeyed. And then there's the sofa, soft cream, curved just right, with blush mauve pillows that make you want to cancel your day and sink in. Styling? Minimal, obviously. Just a sleek black coffee table, a few thoughtful pieces, and then boom, a brass globe chandelier tying it all together like it was born there. But wait, it gets better. Tucked into a quiet corner? The coziest little reading nook, light oak shelves, olive velvet armchair, soft white curtains swaying gently in the breeze, and that brass floor lamp that practically glows on cue. Honestly, who gets to read there? And then there's this glass front display cabinet. Warm oak, soft brass knobs, and inside? Lush vases, olive books, creamy sculptures. It's not even showing off. It's just existing beautifully. Even the floating shelves got the memo. Lightwood, dusty rose wall, little ceramic vases and tiny sculptures spaced just so. Negative space is working overtime here. And let's talk details. Fluted oak credenza, matte black pulls, a dusty rose vase with a sculptural candle holder like it just strolled out of a design gallery. Accent chairs that practically pose for pictures, gallery walls that know exactly who they are, and tiny potted plants that add that quiet little heartbeat to the whole space. You can tell every object was chosen on purpose. Creamy vases, wild floral sprigs, sculptural candle holders in brass and ceramic, all catching that late afternoon glow like they know they look good. So yeah, if you're thinking about how So let's talk about this kitchen. Because honestly, it's not even fair. Creamy white cabinets, light oak shelves, and then those sculptural brass pendants just casually floating above it all like little pieces of art. It's modern traditional in the dreamiest way, with just the right amount of dusty rose to warm everything up. And the way the sunlight filters through those charcoal-framed windows, it's cinematic. Now, open the pantry and of course, it's flawless. Creamy built-ins, oak shelving, and rows of labeled weck jars like they're lining up for their close-up. Grains, spices, herbs, all styled with blush linen baskets and olive tins like someone actually enjoys being this organized. I mean, how? Even the kitchen drawer feels suspiciously perfect. Brass dividers keeping those wooden utensils, linen napkins, and ceramic measuring spoons in line. Like a little moment of joy every time you reach for a spatula. It's giving practical, but make it aesthetic. And then there's this countertop scene. You've got a soft spread of wooden spoons, blush spatulas, brass measuring cups, and this olive green mortar and pestle that just sits there looking cool. Every tool feels chosen, not just used. Let's not forget the salt and pepper shakers, matte blush and olive, minimalist, sculptural. They're not just seasoning tools, they're design statements now. Sitting next to a brass olive oil pourer on a creamy quartz counter? Of course they are. And the finishing touch? A row of tiny potted herbs and houseplants in ceramic blush. Okay, so imagine walking into the dining room and being greeted by that table, a natural oak pedestal base that somehow looks sculptural and grounded at the same time. Draped with blush mauve linen runners, like it's dressed up but still totally relaxed. And then, just casually, olive velvet chairs all around it? I mean, who lives like this? The dusty rose walls? Don't even get me started. They're doing all the work in the background. Soft, warm, romantic, but in that quietly confident way. The kind of wall color that doesn't shout for attention, but still gets it. And right above it all, just floating there like it belongs in a design museum, a mid-century brass globe chandelier casting this warm, golden glow that makes everything and everyone look better. The tabletop styling? Effortless. Just a few minimalist florals and some ceramic pieces that somehow make you want to rearrange your entire dinnerware collection. It's that perfect balance of refined and lived in. Honestly, if I had dinner at this table, I'd probably end. Okay, this bedroom. It's the kind of space that makes you want to cancel your plans, put on something linen, and just exist in soft lighting for the rest of the day. The dusty rose accent wall behind that creamy white boucle headboard is already doing the most. Calm, cozy, just a little romantic. And then they went ahead and added olive velvet throw pillows. Of course they did. The bedding? Layered white linen with a blush mauve coverlet, so it's relaxed but still looks styled, even when it's a little messy, in the good way. Brass sconces frame the whole scene like jewelry. And just above the bed, one perfect piece of minimalist art, because obviously restraint is the new luxury. Then there's the wardrobe, and I swear, even that is pretty. Light oak with fluted doors and brass pulls. Inside it's all blush linen baskets, creamy shelving, and a wardrobe color palette that just happens to match the rest of the room. I mean, who coordinates their hangers and their clothes? I would if I lived here. The nightstands? Naturally oak, naturally styled. Blush ceramic lamps, a vintage book or two, and those little sculptural trays that hold nothing important but look like they belong in a gallery. And don't even get me started on the reading nook, an olive velvet armchair, because yes, that color shows up again and still feels fresh. A blush throw toss just so, and a little arched bookshelf with perfectly muted book spines. Add a candle, a cup of tea, a soft brass floor lamp, and yeah, you're never leaving that corner. And then, just when you think you've seen it all, there's a vintage-style dressing table. Okay, so let's talk bathrooms, or more specifically, this bathroom, because honestly, it's not just a bathroom. It's an experience. Dusty rose Zellige tiles climbing the wall, already dreamy. Then you add a creamy double vanity in light oak, brass fixtures, and this oversized arched mirror with a black frame that somehow makes everything feel intentional and a little dramatic, in the best way. And right in the center, a sculptural freestanding tub under a brass pendant like it's starring in its own quiet little spotlight moment. Olive linen towels hanging nearby, blush ceramic dispensers. It's serene, but still feels rich. Like you know good things happen in this space. Skincare routines, long baths, Sunday mornings that start slow. Now the tall cabinet beside the blush tone wall. That's vertical storage, but make it beautiful. Light oak, matte brass handles, woven blush and olive baskets on the shelves, and soft towels folded so perfectly you almost don't want to touch them. Almost. Then there's the vanity, creamy white, fluted oak drawers, blush veined marble, because why not? And dual brass faucets with undermounted sinks. That soft mauve vase, olive tone dish, and linen towels? Yeah, they're not just for show, but they look like they could be. And the walk-in shower? Those dusty rose Zellige tiles continue in there like a secret garden of calm. Built-in niches lined in cream stone hold carefully chosen blush bottles and ceramic jars, not a plastic label in sight. The black framed doors, the brass rain shower head. It's like classic charm met modern elegance, and they agreed to stay forever. Even the linen closet got the memo. Natural oak shelves, soft folded towels. Okay, this kid's room? It's honestly so charming it almost makes you want to be little again, or at least pretend to be, just to hang out here. Soft dusty rose walls wrap the whole space in this cozy, gentle glow, and those twin beds in creamy whitewood, they're sweet without being too storybook. Add olive and blush bedding layered just right, and it's basically a Pinterest board come to life, but warmer. And then there's that round braided rug in the center, grounding everything like it knows exactly what it's doing. Blush linen curtains frame the window with that soft, filtered light, and on the walls, playful art prints in sleek modern frames. So yes, it's whimsical, but still cool. No cartoon overload here. Now, the toy storage? Actually impressive. Light oak cubbies filled with woven blush and cream baskets, clearly labeled, because somehow even the organizing here is adorable. There's a spot for everything, mauve bins for art supplies, olive boxes for puzzles, and a little bench with a dusty rose cushion that's just begging for a quick storytime session. And the little decor accents? I mean, come on. A blush cloud-shaped wall hook, framed art in soft olive and cream, wooden name blocks that double as design, and then the plush bunny just casually sitting on a rose-toned shelf like it's the room's mascot. It's playful, yes, but in that refined, vintage modern way that makes everything feel intentional and thoughtful. This is one of those kid spaces that grows with them. Soft, sweet, and designed with so much care you kind of forget it's for little ones, until you see the bunny and smile. Okay, since when did laundry rooms get to be this beautiful? Like, this space is supposed to be where socks go missing and detergent spills, but here, it's giving spotty for your clothes energy. Built-in light oak cabinetry, dusty rose walls setting the tone, and then, just casually, a charcoal black washer and dryer looking sleek enough to star in their own commercial. Above, open shelves lined with blush ceramic jars, yes, labeled, of course, for everything from powder to scent beads, and somehow even the brass scoop is styled like it belongs in a lifestyle shoot. The drying rack? Brass. Obviously. Because even the utilitarian bits get the pretty treatment. And then there are the baskets. Woven, natural toned, each with a soft blush liner that honestly looks too nice to hold laundry. One for towels, one for delicates, one filled with olive clothespins that match the linen baskets above. It's so curated, so warm, and yet it's just the laundry room? The canisters deserve a spotlight of their own. Matte ceramic and blush, olive, and creamy tones, perfectly labeled and sitting atop the oak counter like functional sculpture. There's even a towel folded next to them. Soft, deliberate, and yes, making me rethink my entire laundry setup. So yeah, doing laundry here? I'd probably look forward to it, or at least pretend I do while admiring the jars. Either way, it's proof that even the most practical spaces can feel intentional, calm, and honestly, kind of luxurious. Okay, can we just talk about this backyard patio for a second? Because it's not just a patio, it's a whole mood. There's a light oak pergola overhead, filtering in that late afternoon glow, and right underneath it, the dreamiest modern traditional seating setup with olive green cushions and dusty rose linen pillows that somehow make everything feel pulled together but totally effortless. And then there are the blush ceramic planters overflowing with wildflowers. Just enough color, just enough chaos. You've got these charcoal-framed French doors opening out to the garden like it's no big deal. And when the brass sconces start glowing at dusk, yeah, good luck convincing anyone to go back inside. But here's where it gets even better. That vertical garden on the creamy stucco wall. Soft blush and olive ceramic pots stacked neatly on a light oak frame, filled with herbs, flowers, trailing greenery. It's alive, it's textured, and it adds the kind of depth that makes the whole space feel layered and loved. And then there's this casual little bench moment. Light wood, naturally, with a cluster of small potted plants just hanging out. Lavender, rosemary, ivy, nothing fancy, but the way they're styled in those matte blush and olive pots, it's perfect, especially with that soft outdoor light catching the edges and those charcoal doors in the background grounding it all. This whole patio setup, it's warm, it's relaxed, it's got that effortless, I just threw this together energy, even though every detail is clearly thought through. Honestly, if this was my backyard, I'd be living out here. Morning coffee to golden hour glow,